Invest in success with Pub Quiz Prep.
Hi folks, and welcome back to Pub Quiz Prep, your one-stop shop for all your trivia training needs. Let's dive straight on in to another round of trivia. So this will be Volume 5, Round 3 for those that are counting. Question number 1. Chilean Castle stands in which European country? Or pronounced in a slightly different way, Chilean Castle, Chillon, stands in which European country? Question number 2. Is Wombok the mascot for the South African women's rugby team? Is it a type of Chinese cabbage? Or a virtual reality trapeze simulation game that requires users to master increasingly difficult stunts not advisable after a spinal fusion? That question one more time. So Wombok, what is it? Is it the mascot of the South African women's rugby team? Is it a type of Chinese cabbage? Or is it actually a virtual reality trapeze simulation game that requires users to master increasingly difficult stunts, certainly not advisable after a spinal fusion or whilst pregnant? Question number 3. Singer, songwriter, and model Dua Lipa was born in what country? What country was singer, songwriter, and model Dua Lipa born in? Question number 4. What unit describes the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius? Bit of a science question here. Let me give that one to you one more time. What unit describes the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degrees Celsius? Next question. Question 5. Multiple choice question. In 1941, after burdock seeds clung to his coat whilst he was taking a walk, did George de Mestral invent Teflon, Velcro, or discover that he had a severe allergy to the Actium plant genus and vowed to see out his days indoors, living an increasingly isolated life, punctuated only by MASH episodes and the occasional attempt at writing limericks while drunk on homemade cider? 3 possible answers. Well, at least 2 possible answers. I'll give it to you again. In 1941, after burdock seeds clung to his coat during a walk, did George de Mestral invent Teflon, Velcro, or did he discover that he had a severe allergy to the Actium plant genus and vowed to see out his days indoors, living an increasingly isolated life punctuated only by MASH episodes and the occasional attempt at writing limericks whilst drunk on homemade cider? Well, I hope you're enjoying this at least half as much as I am. Question number 6. In what year did the International Astronomy Union formally define the term planet, which led to Pluto being relegated to dwarf planet status? In what year did the International Astronomical Union formally define the term planet, which led to Pluto losing its status an official planet, and it relegated it rather to a dwarf planet status? Question 7. Meaning wanting or devouring great quantities of food. Sounds like me. How do you spell voracious? Meaning wanting or devouring great quantities of food. How do you spell the word voracious? Question number 8. Is quinethozone a rock, a vegetable, or a diuretic used to treat hypertension? Is quinethozone a rock, vegetable, or a diuretic used to treat hypertension? Question 9. An intercalary year or bisextile year is better known as what? An intercalary year or bisextile year is better known as what? Question number 10, final question. In golf, what term is used given to a hole that is made with 3 strokes under par? So in golf, what term is used given to a hole that is made with 3 strokes under par? Well, just take a moment, folks, to digest all of those questions, formalize your answers, and here we go. So question number 1. So Chillon Castle stands in Switzerland. The Wombok is a type of Chinese cabbage. But what country was Dua Lipa born in? England. Now, what unit describes the amount of heat energy required to rise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius? That is a calorie. Specifically, the small calorie, if that helps. And what did George de Mestral invent in 1941? Velcro. What year did Pluto lose its status as a proper planet? That was 2006. How do you spell voracious? V-O-R-A-C-I-O-U-S. And quinethazone is a diuretic of all things used to treat hypertension. An intercalary year or a bisextile year is better known as a leap year. Now don't forget, a leap year falls every 4 years and typically coincides with the Summer Olympic Games, with the exception of our most recent Summer Olympic Games, which was postponed a year due to COVID. The good news is we only have to wait 3 more years for the next one from the last one. Happy days. Question 10. In golf, what term is given if you make 3 under par for a hole that is known as an albatross? Which, fun fact, is also one of my favourite types of birds, particularly the wandering albatross, with that massive wingspan that can stretch up to 3.8 metres from tip to tip. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed undertaking your trivia training with the Pub Quiz Prep Trivia Training School. I can't wait to bring you another round. Until then, have a wonderful week.
Thank you for playing Pub Quiz Prep. Question everything.
I regularly go home with the meat trays now.